bed on this 66 Chevy has seen better days. We're going to completely overhaul the Bedwood and make this truck look better than it did from the factory.
Hey, welcome to Truck U. I'm Matt Steele.
Hi, I'm Bruno Massel.
So Bruno and I, about 2 weeks ago, were at this car show down in Stuart, Florida, and a guy comes up, real nice guy, introduces himself to us, and he says, hey, I watched the show, I love what you guys do. I just wish that you did some more classic trucks. And we said, hey, man, hold on, because we've got a couple of them coming up in the pipeline. We just finished up that 72 not too long ago, and today we've got a 1966 Chevrolet C10 step-side short bed pickup truck, and I love this thing.
Yeah, it rolls right off your mouth, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
You know, the thing is, it is a nice looking truck. You know, the guy's kept it in really good shape over the years, and he doesn't want to do a full, makeover on this thing. He just wants a couple little issues addressed. It's got a cool, well, it once was a cool wood bed, and these things are pretty neat when they're done right. And the guys at Brothers Trucks gave us all the parts and pieces to redo this thing and make it a whole feature of the entire truck.
Now, here's the coolest thing about the truck is the fact that the guy uses it. It's an everyday driver. He works with it. It's got a hitch on the back. He pulls trailers. Obviously, he hauls a lot of stuff in the back of the truck. I like that, I mean, that's why you have a truck.
Right.
But, like you said, this thing has seen better days. It's an easy fix, and we're going to make it look brand new back here. This is going to be a major, major improvement.
All right, let's drop the tailgate and start getting to work, man.
All right.
We ran into a couple surprises en route of trying to take out the old bed. First things first was the side steps. Matt, you saw him getting his side out. I got mine earlier. The reason we had to get those out of the way is because you couldn't get these two bolts out with the side step in place. No big deal. Now we can access them. We got them loosened up. Now we found something else when we went across the front and getting these bolts out is the fact that the ones up front actually are holding the bed up, believe it or not. I know that sounds a little strange, but this bolt right here is actually to the frame itself into a support bracket, and the other one's actually holding the bed up. So we found out rather quickly when we loosened these up, we started to lose the bed, so quickly we put jacks on either side, got that supported, that's all stabilized, we're good to go there. Then it's just a process of getting out the 90-some or whatever it is number of bolts that are holding everything into place. I think Matt's finally got those done, am I right?
Yeah.
All right, so then it's just a matter of pulling the old stuff out and putting in the new. Easy peasy, bro.
Nothing to it. I'm going to step over here and take a little look into the future of what things hold for this bed. I like it. Today's a really exciting day because I don't recall ever doing any woodwork here on Truck U before. And you notice Bruno is nowhere to be found, which is a little bit surprising because he loves working with wood. So I don't know, I'm sure he's busy somewhere. But here's what's going on with our 66. This piece was in the bed of the truck, and all the rest of them looked like this. You can see that the sun has beaten this up. It's dried up, it's splintered, it's cracked. It's taken a few beatings here over the years. This has got to go because that's a good-looking truck, and this is not cutting the mustard. So we get with Brothers Trucks, and we have a couple different options as far as it goes with replacement wood. The options are right over here. We've got a pine option right here and an oak option here. Now, they send these to you, and they are unfinished. Actually, they're finished nice and smooth, but they're not sealed up or stained yet. The reason they do that is so that you can kind of customize it for your particular vehicle. Now, they are ready to go, and we're ready to apply the stain or the sealant or whatever you want to do. However, if you're super picky, and I know some of you guys are, and that's perfectly fine, you can still hit this again with another really fine sandpaper, smooth it out, get it where you want it, and then you're ready to apply. Now, I like the pine. I think that's beautiful with that grain, but I like the oak as well, so you have to decide. Here's one thing you want to keep in mind. When you're going with the pine, that wood is a lot softer. So whatever product you're going to apply on there, you're going to end up applying a lot more because more of it is actually going to soak into the wood. So it may actually be a quicker process on the oak. So we go over here and you see that's exactly what we decided to go with was the oak. This piece is done and ready to go. Well, the stain is on there. We haven't clear coated it yet. We'll get to that here shortly. So what we need to do is go ahead and get this one ready. Now this is all set, like I said. It's nice and smooth. We can come on over here to the stain and get some on our sponge. I've got cardboard all laid out because I tend to make a bit of a mess. And we'll let some of that drain out. And we're going to apply this real light and just with nice coverage all the way. Oh, there you go. Get some of that on it. With a nice coverage all the way. Whoops, missed a spot. And we don't want to start and stop. We want to just get a nice, clean shot all the way down. And look at that. That is coming alive. And we'll go, whoop, and then we'll go back and just get the spots that we missed. Now what I'm going to do is actually let this sit for about, I don't know, 5 or 10 minutes. I'll use my best judgment on that. and then give this a wipe with an old shirt, and that'll give us a nice uniform finish all the way down. Then, of course, we'll let these dry overnight before we apply our clear coat. Once we've done that to all the pieces of wood, these will be ready to go in the back of that truck, and it's going to look a lot better. We've stained the boards and we've got the color where we want it. Now it's time to lay on a final coat of clear. Now, you could use an automotive spray system if you wanted to and just spray the clear on there if you have a system like that. I mean, you could get as crazy as you wanted to. You could wet sand it, polish it, do whatever you want to do. Now, most people will just brush it on because think about it. He uses this truck, like we said, you know, and all we really want to do is make this bed look good and try to keep it from looking like it did in the past. I went ahead and I cut in kind of those grooves that are going to go down in there. Now, they'll have a metal track piece on them, but I still want to protect that wood even though you don't see it. So now I cut those in, and all I got to do is cut in these little circle areas right here where the washers will go. And like I said, some people might not even worry about that. They'll say, well, there's a washer in there. But listen, that's just the way I am. I'm going to protect every bit of that wood if I can. Now we're ready to start laying it on. Just lay it on with the grain. Work our way on down towards the end. Oh, now take a look at this, man. We get some of these strips laid in. How nice does that look?
It's looking good. I got to give you props on your stain job, man. It looks really nice, Matt.
Thanks, man. If you're throwing around compliments, I'm going to take it, all right?
Doesn't happen often.
Once we lay in the metal strips, it'll look even better. But we've got a couple options for that. So we've got these pieces here that I left out so we can take a look at that, right? So here goes this strip, and that will lay on as such. And you can see the holes right here, so the hardware will be exposed, which I don't mind that look. I think it looks pretty cool. But some guys don't want any exposed hardware. They like it all smooth. You know, it's like the rivets on the side of a trailer. They like that smooth look, too.
Right.
So here we go. Here's the option for that with the smooth top. So what happens on the bottom side is, you know, the hardware will actually just slide right in like that, and then boom. I mean, that looks nice, too. I've got no problem with that.
Yeah, the flush look is nice. I kind of like the rivets. I think it gives a little more of a masculine feel to it, a little more rugged. Yes. These strips are making this thing look really good and the paint look really bad. So basically, it's like we got another project we got to take on because we got to repaint the sides of this bed.
We talk about getting inspiration on a project while we do it. Look at that.
Nice.
That's not in perfectly, but I love it, dude. Love it. All right, why don't you...
Here, I got the screws for you. Why don't you hop underneath? I'll throw them down.
You know, that's all the time we have this week. We'll see you guys next time on Truck U.